I've been in the gym and I have been doing a few interviews.
Hey, whoa. Nobody's actually seen her in the gym. Everybody just hears, I'm on my way to the gym.
Obviously I do. I make it. Yeah, like they're arguing over who's got like Mayfair on the morning.
Who's got the wild property card, which we're sure Beth keeps in her pocket.
Yeah, I think she does. And then a few hours later, they're going out to fight for the countries.
It's a day of opportunity, and if we're good enough to win, then, you know, I can imagine it's going to be 10 times as magical as it was before.
The girls know what the job is and what they've got to do, and it's not a thing about England v Spain. It's about England winning that game.
Hello and welcome to a very special episode of That Lionesses podcast, connected by EE. I'm Harriet Rose and we are just hours away from England facing Spain in the Euros 2025 final. To get us excited, we have two incredibly special guests. One of them is a Lioness legend with more than 150 caps and was part of the winning team in 2022. The other is the captain who lifted that trophy and is hungry for more. It is a pleasure to introduce Jill Scott and Leah Williamson.
Welcome.
What a duo.
Oh, it's nice to
I
be
am
here.
happy to be here with you. I won't pretend I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, genuinely.
Oh, that means a lot. I've been hanging around outside this door for 3 weeks and I haven't been allowed in, and I've finally got my call up.
Yeah, I don't know how they let you in, actually. We've got security are on their way, though, don't we?
Yeah, I've heard.
You've only got 10 minutes.
Yeah, wrap it up. This is England's third consecutive major tournament final. An incredible feat. Talk to me about how you're feeling as both player and captain.
Just very proud. There's loads of things that happen when you get to a tournament. Like, you'll know what I mean. Where if you didn't make it to a final, you wouldn't think about them. You just let them go. But when you then get to it, you think, I'm so happy we're here, because you do plan in your head, like you know what I mean? You commit to it. You commit to the dream, and you're like, right, I want to be here till the end. And then all of a sudden you actually are, and you think it is an achievement in itself to reach a final, 100%. But we know what it feels like to win, so naturally we want more.
And that's great.
Yeah.
You know what? It is such an achievement, though. Today I was walking through Zurich. Obviously, I've got a little bit more free time than Leah. And you see the 16 teams, like, you know, the groups. And I'm like, there's literally only 2 left, which I know is stating the obvious. But I was like, had a little walk today and I was like, that's so special when you look at the teams that have gone out, France, Germany.
And what it takes to actually get to the final.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the same with the wall chart. Like, you walk in and it's completely empty, nobody's kicked the ball yet, and then all of a sudden our name is in the final, and I think it's just great.
It is. It is. Well done.
Thanks, Jill.
I feel like after the last game, seeing your smile, you've got a very infectious smile, and I saw it as soon as it was won, because we were watching it on TV, and your smile suddenly just appeared, and it's like going, I guess, from that mentality of fight to, oh, okay, I can relax for 5 seconds.
Oh, I was smiling a lot more after Chloe's goal than I was Misha's. Misha's, I was like, right, job done.
Yeah.
Let's go again.
Next.
And then as soon as Chloe scored, I thought, this could be good.
I forgot that it was going to extra time. When that goal went in, I was like, yeah, everyone's celebrating. I was like, we've won. And then I was like, oh, I've now got to sit through extra time.
That's what I was thinking. I can't do another one of these. This is awful. But it was, you see the emotion, like you said, you're completely, everybody is on job. And then as soon as that final whistle goes, and we don't just say it for effect. You've been in the environment, you know what it's like. We're very much get through like each game, take each game as it comes, and then you win this game because that's the goal. Like, you've come here to win a game of football, and then you think, oh, now we're in the final.
Yeah.
And it takes a little while to sink in, because you're not associating with that. It's just win this game of football in front of you.
You are such a special group of players, though. I think, like, you know when to turn it on, it's time to work, and then afterwards you just see you relax. And I think, like, that takes a lot to do that. Like, in and around, you'll be playing cards, you relax, you've got that kind of team morale, and then it's like they become different people when they step over that white line.
We've seen you in the morning. And we were just all having a chill. We were just playing Monopoly and just chilling out. And then as soon as you, like you say, you turn up to a game, it's like,
Yeah, like they're arguing over who's got like Mayfair on the morning.
Who's got the wild property card, which we're sure Beth keeps in her pocket?
Yeah, I think she does. And then a few hours later, they're going out to fight for the country. So, no, they are a very, very special group.
And that has been something I've taken in, having been here in this time. It's like, how do you do that? I don't think I'm ever going to fathom it. But Leah, I want to ask, like, it's obviously been a whirlwind, like you said, and you've taken it game for game. But what has it actually been like the past month? How's it felt for you, like living in Zurich, being here, immersed in it, in the moment, game to game? How's it felt for you?
I've actually really, really loved it. And that surprises, like, you know me as a person, so I get really homesick.
I'm the same.
From the minute I leave my house, I'm homesick. Like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
And every single time we've got through a game, or, you know, we've had to travel for a couple of games, and it's like knowing that we're coming back here, back to our base camp, back to our home. Like I said, like, you just really commit to the dream, and you don't think about the final, but you know that where it is, and you know that you want to be there. So then day to day, it's like you want to take it all in. You want to enjoy the moments with everybody, but at the same time, you're here for a job. And we, like Jill says, we seem to do it so seamlessly, where I feel like I'm living life, but just in this crazy way. But I've honestly loved it. I've loved it. And the team, you never know what a team's going to be like when you actually get to a tournament. Like, people being away for so long, you see every side of a person. And it's been really nice, like the environment and the girls, and it's just, yeah, it's nice.
Your family are so great though, aren't they?
Yeah.
They are. They're literally like there every tournament, every game. I just
Well,
think,
my family,
yeah,
you mean?
your
They've
family.
been doing subs, like rotations.
No, they
like,
got
I'm
said that.
screaming.
some fly out, some fly in.
Tap in, like at the airport, just high-fiving as one goes back through.
There was one day where it was like me for like 12 hours in Zurich. Like,
Were you okay?
Crossover, yeah. And I was like, this is. Somebody said, "What are you doing?" So I said, "Just chilling here." got no one. And then my dad came back, so it was nice.
Leah does a Zoom call on a Thursday with all our family and tells them who's been selected for the game.
Yeah.
She's like, right, you've made the cut, you haven't, you've made
put in
the
Is it
cut.
like traitors? Do you wear a cloak and you're like just pointing out?
Yeah.
Jill, you've also been out here most of the time because you've been back and forth doing.
Ashley,
Yeah. she's been at work.
I
just
think
in
they're
a slight-
sick of us now, to be
Yeah.
honest. I think at first they were like, oh, Jill's here, it's nice, we can have a coffee. Now, every time I walk in that room, they're like, are you still here?
you get the most abuse out of everybody.
I know I
to be
do.
honest.
It's probably because you don't have to do the hard bit, the training. You can hang out, do the fun bits, see Zurich.
Yeah, I've been in the gym and I have been doing a few
No.
interviews.
Hey!
Whoa. Nobody's actually seen her in the gym. Everybody just hears, "I'm on my way to the gym."
Yeah.
That's what it always is. I don't know if she ever makes it. I don't know if she actually.
We actually are going.
Obviously I do. I make it.
We're going through the process of checking the security cameras, don't we?
Yeah.
We will have the results on that by the end of the episode. But you've been obviously hanging around the players, which they've loved.
We have. We have.
Oh.
She's still the best person to have around the team.
Oh,
Don't just say that
thanks.
because you sat next to me.
Yeah, she was also paid a lot of money to say that.
Yeah.
But you've also been around the fans.
Yes.
How would you describe the feeling of the fans, like how they're feeling around the tournament?
I think just really excited. I think for this team now, I think when I look back on previous tournaments that we did, you kind of have a lot of fans going into a tournament and then there'd be a big drop off and then you might get a few more for the next tournament, then another drop off. But I think one thing I can say about this team and what they've done is they have fans for life now.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you can see how loyal they are. Like, and yeah, when I'm walking around and you just hear like dads talking to the daughters and they're so excited about the games. And I was on the train coming back from the last game and there was this couple behind us and I could hear them saying, you know what, I love seeing Kira Walsh get higher up and taking all them shots.
So do
and
I.
And I was going to try and record it and I thought I can't do that. But I think just the fans are just enjoying the whole experience. Some of them have been out here for the whole 3-4 weeks and yeah, it's just lovely to see.
I've had people texting me who've never seen a football in their life being like, oh my God, I'm thrilled. I'm in every game. And everyone is behind you. Like the whole of I know I'm hearing so much. Obviously, we're here in this little kind of echo chamber.
Yeah, it's hard to connect to it because especially I know like we literally don't go into the outside world, so like we have no idea. We hear ripples of
It's
it.
sort of like Big Brother
No, honestly,
for football.
honestly,
Yeah.
and it's like entices you because you could you could sort of go and engage it if you wanted to, but it's dangerous world.
Yeah, well, everybody is like, as you've said and as you've seen, Jill, everyone is behind you, and it's so exciting. But I want to have a little look back at the past month before we come on to the final. It all began with the game against France, a defeat which obviously left some people writing England off.
Yeah.
It did, yeah.
That annoyed us so much.
Same.
So annoyed us.
Same. But as you've said many times, you can't write off the Lionesses. How do you reflect on that game now and what the squad learned from it and how they've implemented it?
The thing is, we didn't play our best football. It's a lot easier to lose a game. It's not easier, but what I mean is it didn't knock our confidence because it wasn't our best. If that was our absolute best and we lost, that's worrying. And you're thinking, oh, God, what happens now? But I think the biggest thing is that then after that, every single game has been a final because every time we had to get a result and we had to win.
Yeah.
Which I think was, obviously you'd love to win your first game, and we won in 2022 when we won our first game. I'm not saying that's not important, but if you're going to lose, then use it. And I think we did, and the way we came together, the language, I think it changed the language that we started using together because we had to learn a lot about ourselves in a really quick, it was straight away.
Yeah, and you're so honest though, aren't you? I think you knew that wasn't your best performance, but I think the thing that annoyed me was 2017, I think we beat France for the first time in 44 years. Yeah. So it's not like France are just an easy team to play, first game of the tournament, but I think it was almost good to have that game because it was like, this is the level we need every single game. But to write them off, I was getting so annoyed. I had to stay off social media.
Yeah, I think it's best because that's the thing. It's like you've got to stay honed in on the goal. And one thing that you guys all did was not panic and stay absolutely goal-driven, game by game, and treating every game like a final. And finally, we're here at the actual final. So it worked.
Yeah.
Jill, the players obviously have to dig deep every game.
Yeah.
Pushing into extra time, sometimes penalties. From your perspective, what's impressed you most about their resilience?
Yeah, I think definitely that. When I see them still running, tracking back, fighting for each other, you know how it feels when it goes into extra time, especially in a tournament when you might have already played 5 games. And I've just been so impressed with the work rate. When they spoke about the Netherlands game, I know everybody was talking about the in possession and the goals that were there. Yeah, you could just tell, somebody would give the ball away and you could see the mate was like, I'm going to go and get it back for you. And I think because, I would like to think when I played, I loved that side of the game. I was just so impressed by it. So, yeah, you can speak about resilience, determination, but I think it's just been a combination of everything, really.
Absolutely. I mean, actually, saying that, Leah, something I've picked up on is kind of, you mentioned earlier, how close the players are and the incredible environment you and them have built. Would you say that's the heart of the spirit of the team, is that connection that you guys all have, that mutual respect and, enmeshing that you guys have experienced?
Yeah, it's we had a conversation, a really honest conversation after the first game, obviously, and one of the comments that came out of it was it was a lonely game of football to play, in terms of, we all just felt really far away from each other, and like Jill says, if I make a mistake, she tidies up for me. That it's like an unwritten rule, and I know what she's done for me, and I'll do it back. And it's we're really good at that, and it just wasn't our day. And I think ever since, that has become the heart of it. I take care of myself first, but then anything I have to give, I give extra. And I think that's what you're seeing with. The players are running themselves literally into the ground, and then the next girl comes on to back up her mate. That before anything else, before her football does the talking, before the skill, before any of the stuff that wins you the games. Ultimately, it comes down to a base level line of, I've got your back. Do what you can do. I'll do what I can do. And everybody's. I think I said after the semi, every cog in the wheel has played their role down to a T, and you don't win a tournament without that.
And it's screaming from the players. The Lionesses scream that level of kind of connection with each other. It's crazy.
Well, I just think the game is so the women's game the level has risen so much. You don't win a game. Back in the day, it used to be like if you were the hardest working team, because not every team was professional. So if you could run, you'd probably win. Like over the semi-pro teams. Then, you know, all of a sudden you've got real technical players that have been playing so much football and had such good coaching all the way growing up. They were winning football games. And now it's like you have to be this hybrid team. You have to be able to work so hard. And then you have to have the skill level and, you know, all the fancy... But neither of us are known for.
We'll just call it fancy stuff. That
fancy
isn't
stuff
really
that I don't really
relevant.
engage in. But somebody else should. And then
They can't play a long ball like you, though, can they?
Jill, shut up.
Well, like you say, though, like you're discussing, every single member of the 23 team is important. How do you foster the energy that each player feels that they are that important member of the team? Because it is 23 of you coming out and winning these games and taking it home.
Having like had different roles in the team, like if I go back to 2019 World Cup, I spent a lot of time with you and Kaz.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you don't remember.
No, I do
because it's very
remember, of
impactful
course.
for me.
Imagine.
I was like, who's this kid? There's this kid just following us around all the time. Me and Kaz are trying to discuss retirement.
But I was a baby, and I had to figure out my own. Like I had to occupy myself because I wasn't playing, and I had energy to burn that, you know, like other people didn't. My mates were playing, and so you have to take care of yourself to a certain extent. But then there's moments where you just connect with somebody, or somebody just makes you feel important, and like you're offering something in that way. And maybe you are just the opposition in training, you know, that's your role. But when I'd go into those meetings, I'd listen and like try and be the best opposition I could be, so that my teammates are ready to go out. And it's like you just find whatever your role is, whatever position you fit in a team. Not everyone can play. And starting is obviously self-explanatory, but if you're not starting every game, and it's tough, it's really tough. So you look after yourself, but your teammates have to look after you too. Whereas we, like Jill says, off the pitch, we're all equal. There's no hierarchy. There's no, which I think is true. I don't know
Yeah,
if you-
definitely. No, definitely. I think you can see that. But it's funny when you say about being the opposition in training. So if you're not playing, but that is so important because
you win tournaments on that.
yeah, and I remember seeing in 2022, I think Fran was playing in the 10 and she was running rings round us. And I was like, just do that in the game. I was like, literally can't cope with you. And she was like, I'm sure she went, are you playing rubbish because you're meant to be the opposition? And I was like, I'm really trying. I was like, I'm giving it my all. But I think if you can have a good attitude and try your best, even if like you're being an Austria player or something like that, it's so important, isn't it?
Yeah, because you literally can't like you don't win tournaments without every single role being taken care of. And it's the same with the staff. Like we'll always show appreciation to the staff because every single person has a role that if they weren't there, you'd notice. So everybody has to do whatever it is required of them. And then, some girls get their flowers and some girls have amazing moments. But behind that moment is 23 girls that have done everything to like make that stage. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I feel like as captain, you also make it very clear every time that it's 23 of you. Like that's something I've really,
100%.
and I feel like the whole team does that, you know?
Yeah.
And like that's,
It's not for show. It's not
No.
cliche. It's the truth.
It's
and
the
you
real.
literally don't win without 23. So
She does walk around in the lounge bit with her captain's armband on.
yeah, just flexing one muscle.
I've seen her making a tea before and she just has her armband on. Just so that they know that it's her.
But there's no hierarchy.
No.
Is it?
hierarchy.
There's no hierarchy. But Jill, do you walk in and you're like, I'm the queen?
No,
Just remember who the queen is.
definitely not. I'm the one making the cups of tea. I should be
made me
getting
one
them made
yet.
for me, actually.
I think you had a cup of tea made from you when you walked in.
Yeah, I did. Thank you. I should come in here more often rather than down there.
It wasn't
begging for an invite.
Let's talk about Sarina for a moment.
Yeah.
She's taken this team to their third consecutive final. What do you think it is about Sarina that makes players want to give absolutely everything?
Well, I was chatting before and I said that I think what she's done so great with this team is she's worked out what you guys need. And I think she's just so calm in them moments. And I think you really respond to just being calm.
Yeah.
You don't want loads of noise. You don't want these rallying team talks. Like, you just want to know your job, if there's a problem, and how to solve it.
She, exactly what Jill says. And when you get to a tournament, she just like turns on this. She just knows.
Yeah.
You know, like she just reads a room well. And I think tournament football is just where she just comes alive, and her record speaks for itself. It's, you know.
Yeah, and works so hard behind the scenes as well, obviously with all the coaching stuff as well. But people don't see the 3-4 o'clock in the morning staying up analysing teams, and then back up at 8 o'clock doing the same again. When I've been picking up my flat white on a morning, you can just see them, like, the work they put in is absolutely incredible. And I know you speak about the 3 finals for England, but the last 5 in terms of being manager for the Netherlands, like, I can't even find the word to say what that achievement means.
And no one's ever done it.
No, never. So yeah, obviously biggest Sarina
I was
fan.
going to say.
When she came on the pod, I asked her about her glasses because she obviously changed the look.
I watched that podcast.
Thanks.
Yep, I did.
Did you think it was good?
Yeah, it was really good.
It was rubbish.
No, it was really good.
Thanks.
Really good.
I asked her about the glasses, and I was like, there were some comments on it being like, should we give it a fan vote next time?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm a bit worried because she might end up wearing sort of like Elton John glasses in the next. But maybe she should just switch it up for the next one. Literally come out wearing like tiny John Lennon or like massive Anna Wintour.
Every game.
Imagine Anna Wintour. She literally walks on. She's like,
She's clipped in a fringe as well.
But you know what I seen in that? Like, this is what I mean about she never changes, because I think she actually corrected you and said, I've changed them this many times actually.
Yeah.
And she is like that, isn't she? Like, she's direct and she'll tell you, and she'll never, like, say if you say something, like, a lot of the time I just go along with what this lot say.
Yeah.
Even if I think, oh, that's not right. But she'll always
No, she'd be like, that's not right.
she's a stickler for the facts.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
you make a bit of banter, you know, like a bit of English.
Yeah.
Jokes.
Bants.
And she would have missed a word or something, and she'll just kill it like, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, no, I'm going to need you to explain again. It's like, I can't really say that
No,
again.
can't say
it. was funny the first time. Now
used to
it's
do
maybe
that in
disrespectful.
meetings.
Well, she's an icon. She's a legend. Now let's look ahead at the final. Leah, England are playing Spain. Don't know if you know.
Are you aware?
Yeah, no idea.
Is there a score to settle here?
I don't think that's how I would describe it personally.
Mm-hmm.
I also wasn't in Australia.
Yep.
So, you know, I'm not going to speak for other people, but I think it's more what I like about playing against Spain. Like, everybody respects them, but we respect their style of football so much, and that's goes without saying. But it requires the game that it requires from us is what I think brings out the best in us. You know, at the end of the day, somebody has to win a football game, but I don't know if you agree with me. Like, if I go back to previous games against Spain, I'm proud of us, and what it requires of us is what I think when you walk off a pitch you can be really proud of as an English footballer, like, talking about.
And you're used to playing against them, aren't you? Like,
Yeah.
you know, obviously we know Spanish teams in the past are going to possess the ball, but I think what England always do well is you can still be in control even though they've got the ball. And when you've got that togetherness and everything else, and it's just them days where you're like, come on then, have a go at breaking us down. But when I look at this team as well going forward, I feel like they're solid defensively, but then also going forward, like, Spain must be thinking, wow, they can come at us from every single angle. So, yeah, it's gonna be a good game, but I suppose it's probably one of them, regardless of who the opposition is, the girls know what the job is and what they've got to do, and it's not a thing about England v Spain, it's about England winning that game.
And that's what's so beautiful the whole time, the respect for the other teams. Like, I think Lucy was saying it in the press lineup. They said, oh, who would you rather play, Germany or Spain? And she was like, I don't care.
Yeah.
They're both really, really talented teams.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
I definitely would have guessed Lucy would have given that answer.
Yeah, yeah, and she genuinely She's tunnel vision now.
Yeah, I love that. Jill, that World Cup final was obviously 2 years ago with Spain, and these are two very different teams now. How have you seen the Lionesses squad evolve since the World Cup?
Yeah, I think obviously it was a really difficult game. I think one thing in sport which people don't see is when you go from tournament to tournament and you go from club season to club season, and the Lionesses making that final in the World Cup. Yeah, I think since then you've seen the girls progress. I think I've seen them taking a step back and watching them in the league games. I was at the Champions League final and was just such a kind of proud fan of you, Alessia, Beth, like Chloe and Lotta, and just seeing them get them achievements. But they've come on individually like so much in that time. And there might be experiences with England, but then also club football as well. So yeah, it's a completely different time. But again, an incredible achievement. I think we speak about finals now like we expect the Lionesses to be there. But when I think back to the past, to make a final would have just been absolutely everything, and it still is. But it's like there's this expectation that they carry now. And you know what? A win in 2022 took a lot, but this tournament has took everything. And I think that's what me, as their biggest fan, I'm most proud of.
That is so lovely to hear.
She earns that. She earns that title. She is the biggest fan, because I don't know anyone else that pays into the environment, that's not in the environment, pays into it as much as Jill does. So
yeah, well, we heard a lot of that, like when we heard, you know, that you were joining the sort of camp in a way, that it was because everybody loves being around you, and you're such a positive influence on the whole team. It's just so nice to have someone like that, I guess, alongside you guys, right?
Yeah, and somebody that's been there and done it.
In it, yeah.
But in this casual, you know what you are? You're like a consultant. Like a casual consultant.
A casual.
No, not like a surgeon. Far from a surgeon.
You're like a surgeon, like a doctor surgeon.
A consultant before sending you the main person.
You're like somebody that you know the
consultant.
Company, they're trying to better themselves, and they're like, right, we want to focus on this, and we're going to bring in this expert, and you just seem to be an expert in lots of different areas, but it does make a difference. Like I see Kira talking about it today about Jill, and just bringing like a level of normal conversation. When there is,
repeat some of the conversation.
Yeah, it's not normal.
No, do.
It's far from normal. But it's like Jill says, there is an expectation of us. It's changed the dynamic. The dynamic since 22 has changed. The landscape of women's football for us has changed, and we're aware of that expectation, and we have to like really block that out, because there's nothing we can do about it. We're going to try our best. We'll see what happens. So for you to be able to bridge that and come in, it's nice because you understand, but you don't put that pressure on us. But then I think back to all the games that we played. Obviously, we were always playing cards, and you always come in on match day in the morning, and I'm like, you just keep saying, you'll be fine when you come back here tonight. You know, like this, like unwavering belief. So I suppose where other people have expectation, Jill's is just pure belief, and it's nice to have somebody like that around.
To be fair, Sarina did just say it was one day, like you're doing some interviews, so you can pop in for a coffee. I don't think she thought I'd be there as much as I am.
I think she's chuffed that you are, though.
Coffee on the morning, coffee lunchtime. Yeah. She's like, why did I say she could have all this coffee? But no, they're a great group, and I think when I retired, everybody asks us all the time, do you miss playing? Do you miss football? And I always answer, you know what, I don't miss playing, but I miss being around the team. Like, I miss it so much. Like, when you're going to work on your own and stuff like that, I miss being around them. So this, for me, I just feel so grateful that I've got to do this part with the girls. Yeah, I think...
Yeah, without any of the hard work.
Yeah, exactly. I've been to the gym twice.
The honorary 24th player.
No,
100%.
Definitely not.
Leah, the Lionesses are defending their championship. What would it mean to you to win?
I think, like Jill says, you know, we had a fairy tale in 2022, and it was the first time, and it was at Wembley, and it was in England, and everything was magical. I'm never, ever going to take anything away from that. But to win this now, what it would take to win, I would like, from a teammate's perspective, like looking around my team, I think 2022 felt like it was for everybody everywhere, whereas this would be really, really special for us as players to know that we were capable of doing that, knowing how hard that task is, let alone what effect it will have. So yeah, it's just I think we said it before back in 2022, but it's an opportunity. It's a day of opportunity, and if we're good enough to win, then I can imagine it's going to be 10 times as magical as it was before.
And do you guys have a little message for the fans? Because as we mentioned earlier, they are behind you. They are ready to scream at the telly or in the stadium. So have you got a message for the fans?
Well, I am a fan, so you say a message to me. Come on.
Firstly, you've had your money's worth with your tickets because the games have been going to 120 and we've given you a good show of drama, so you're welcome.
Yeah, you definitely give us some money worth.
You've also given us heart attacks, but we won't go into that.
Yeah, blood pressure's through the roof, but minor. No, I just think thank you. I think after that first game, like we said, a lot of people wrote us off. I think real fans stay with you. And I just really, really hope that when people look at us, they see people that are so proud to be doing what they're doing and like would give out anything and everything to achieve like the goal and the dream of winning it. But mostly we want you to have a good time, and we're aware of our success being directly correlated to that. So I just think thanks for sticking by us, and we're glad to have got to a final. We will do everything in our power to go one more.
Thank you. That really means a lot.
I was being really serious. I didn't look at you once.
She knew it was for her though.
Yeah.
I really felt it.
Oh, Leah, Jill, thank you so much.
Oh, is it over?
Yeah.
Oh, I was having such a nice time.
Oh, somebody film that and send it to my boss. Leah, Jill, thank you so much for joining me on That Lionesses podcast, connected by EE. And it's the last time I'm going to be able to say that. We are sending you, obviously, an abundance of luck and well wishes for the game, Leah. Whatever the outcome, as we've both said, and as all the fans are saying, we could not be prouder of this incredible group of players. And that is it. Our final episode. Thank you for listening, watching, and being part of this amazing journey. It has truly been a joy. But before we go, I have one last request. There's still one game left. So it's time for you to bring your A game. Get your shirts on, paint your faces with England flags, maybe even put an England bow tie on your dog. However you show your support, make it loud and proud, because this team has given us everything over these past 4 weeks and they deserve nothing less. Thanks for being with us. And for one final time, come on, England!